Further ado, the verse or the theme verse for the night's presentation on health is from Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 29. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 29, and it says, "Lo, this only I have found, that God has made men upright, but they have sought out many inventions." God has made men upright, but they have sought out many inventions. All right? So I would like us to do 3 exercises. The first one is this one. I would like you to lean forward. Lean forward, all of us, right? Can you try to breathe? Leaning forward. Breathe. Take a deep breath, okay? Can you sit the way that you normally sit when you're watching television or relaxed or whatever? Try to, that slouching position, and you're on your couch and you're really relaxed. Please take a deep breath, all right? And take it out. Okay. Can you then sit upright? If you can, stand upright and take a deep breath. All right? In and out. Just as a word out there, let me go where you can see me. When we are breathing, let's use our abdominal muscles, not our chest muscles. This is called huffing and puffing, and this is called breathing. Okay? So how do you breathe? When you breathe out, your abdominal muscles should contract, should push inside. And when you breathe in, your abdominal muscles should expand and allow air in. Why? Because when we breathe with our chest, we breathe shallow. And when we breathe with our abdomen, we breathe deep. All right? Let's do a quick exercise of breathing. Something like that. Okay. So man was made what? Upright. But they sought many inventions. Most of us know that we can only live for a few minutes without oxygen. Actually, if you live for 5 minutes without oxygen, you suffer permanent brain damage, isn't it? And we can live for weeks without food. We can also live for days without water, right? But for air, it's the most important thing. That's why in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, we hear that the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So breathing is one of the most important things that we can do to our health, right? Though the air that we breathe is not only oxygen, there is a lot of nitrogen there, about 78% of it, and other gases, but we need to breathe so that we live. However, we live in a polluted environment. Most of what we breathe is polluted by different gases, by different chemicals that we expose our environment to. However, we also have a blessing counteracts pollution in terms of that we breathe. What is that? We experience lightning, isn't it? Have you ever seen that after the lightning strikes, the air is clean, right? At every waterfall where you go, the air is fresh. When you go near nature or where there are many trees and nature around, the air is also what? Fresh. Why? Because the air is cleaned up by these different things, isn't it? So isn't it a blessing for us to live near nature or to create environments where nature is part of our what? Our space. Like where you see there is no outdoor air coming into a building. Have plants that are there that will create what? An oxygen exchange with you. When the plants are breathing, they are giving you oxygen and you are giving them carbon dioxide. As a result, you don't suffer from lack of fresh air because indoor you have plants. Just do not plant plants that causes allergies, like flowers and things like that. But simple plants, like mints and your simple plain plants that can grow indoors. For people who have hay fever, people who have got issues with their lungs, they need to have precautions when they are indoor or outdoors. It's encouraged that they live in spaces where there is fresh air. if we are burning things indoors, it's important for us to make sure that our air is circulating properly. Open your windows when you're cooking with gas indoors so that air circulates well. Otherwise, we intoxicate ourselves with lots of carbon dioxide as a result. When we have carpets indoors or when we have got mats that we use indoors, let's make sure they are clean, they are free from dust mites, they are free from mold, so that we breathe proper, fresh air. Let's also include exercise as part of a breathing program, right? Walking outdoors so that we both get fresh air and we also exercise. Now, our second exercise is one that will be very interesting. On a quick note, I need two people. One who says, I have a challenge of long sight, and the other one who says, I have a challenge of short sight. And as we finish with that, I will finish my illustrations. Can I have two volunteers, please? You can sit on this chair if you want. Two volunteers, someone with a long sight and someone with a short sight. Feel free to come to the front, please. You get a blessing from the Church of God. All right, thank you, my sister. What do you have, long or short? Short sight, my brother? Short sight. It's good, don't worry. We'll spend the whole day. So if you have short sight, which means you can see close to you, but you can't see further away from you. All right, how far can you see the letters that are here? From this length, can you see? Can you read, or you're struggling? From that length? Yes. All right, so you realize right at this length you can see, right? Okay, I'm doing this for marking. And my sister? You can see? I can see, okay. All right, I want where you can't see. You can see. You can't, all right. So I'll start with you. Okay, we read in the Bible that the verse says, men were made what? Upright, but they sought many inventions. Okay, so I want us to go to a verse that we covered yesterday, but we just paraphrased it. Where do we find the life of a human being? Where do you find the life of a human being? In the blood. Leviticus chapter 17 verse 18 reads, whatsoever men there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth the beast or fowl that may be eaten, ye shall even pour out the blood thereof, and cover it with dust. Verse 14, for it is the life of all flesh, the blood of it is for the life thereof. So our life is in the blood. So am I correct if I say, if we have good blood, we have good health, according to the Bible? Isn't it? Or if we have good blood, we have good life. Are we together? And if we have good circulation of the blood, we also have good health. Because if the blood is stagnant, there is no good results. So today I'm going to perform a miracle, according to the Bible. I'm going to make your blood circulate better than it was before you came here, so that we can see if the Bible is correct, that the life of the flesh is in the blood. And if it works, our day is done. So, to increase the circulation of my blood, I'm not going to take much time. I'm going to squeeze his ears and massage his temples. All right? What am I trying to do? I'm making him exercise where he should have been jogging, running, or walking, and increase his circulation to improve these things, isn't it? And I'm doing it in a quick manner because I only have a few minutes to do so. All right? Sorry, my brother, I'm really squeezing these things up so that what I am trying to do works. So all I'm doing is just increasing his circulation in the area of the temporal region, or the area where his eyes or the nerves that are connected to his eyes are. To those who are close, you can see that the blood is now flowing in his ears. Okay, so I'll go to my sister as well, and I'll do the same. I'm playing revenge for all your children in the coming generations. so that they don't have to fight with you for squeezing their ears, okay? And just please know, ear squeezing is not a punishment, it's improving circulation. So, all right, I'm sure we are done. So, let's test if the miracle worked. My brother, you can keep holding the thing. So I turn this. Can you see? Is there any slight improvement? There is none. Okay, so it didn't work for you. Let's go for my brother. There's a slight improvement. All right, what's the difference? You can put a mic close to
at the first moment, I couldn't even see that there is an A and a V and a E, but now I can see, but it's still blurry, but it has improved.
That's fine. So what I wanted to illustrate, thank you for volunteering. What I wanted to illustrate is this. If you improve your circulation, there are changes that can happen, and they actually happen quickly. But imagine if you are going to do this for several times over, what will be the improvement thereof? So in other words, what I'm saying is, let's try to build habits like we said yesterday. Habits like, today we talked about breathing and exercise, right? These habits will improve our circulation and the quality of our blood, hence even the functions of the organs of the body, like your eyes and everything, okay? So there might not be a quick improvement for hers, right? But if you continue on it, you start seeing improvements. Remember, this was just for a few seconds and to get a result. So how do you improve circulation, my sister at home? You can do that by exercising, deep breathing, and also stretching, which allows your blood to circulate well. And you can keep on checking. If you do that and check, let me hear what happens tomorrow as we review this. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Let us build habits that will make us healthier, and habits that will make us harvest a bumper harvest of good health. Have a blessed night. Sure.
Well, Jesus, met a woman at the well, and he told him everything she had done. Well, Jesus met a woman at the well, and he told him everything she had done. He said, woman, tell me, where is your husband? Woman, tell me, where is your husband? And he told her everything she has done. She said, you must be a prophet. You must be a prophet, 'cause you've told me everything I have done. She said, you must be a prophet. You must be a prophet, 'cause you've told